What's good, Life and Poetry fam? Welcome back to the channel with your boy, your host, the one and only, Marcus T, this guy. And I am back with a short video for today. I think it's going to be short. If it is, if it ain't, I don't know. But before we talk about anything, guys, go ahead and do me a favor and go ahead and make sure that you like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Once it's done, please be sure to turn on the notification bell so that you can be notified every time we here at Life and Poetry drop a new video. Remember, guys, that we say we, that I say we, because you never know who's going to pop up and grace us with their presence here on the channel. There may be some old faces or some new faces you don't know, but you know you got to stay informed. And to stay informed, you have to do what? That's right. Make sure that bell is turned on. Now, Life and Poetry fam, I want to talk to you guys about some behind the scenes stuff. So we got some behind the scenes stuff that we got going with Life and Poetry, with the business, with Life and Poetry Productions, the Life and Poetry podcast, and some personal projects I've been working on personally. But let's start with Life and Poetry and the stuff, right, guys? I want to thank you all first and foremost. I want to thank you guys for being patient enough with me to rock with me through this journey here, to put out with the shenanigans of these series I've been doing, for my inconsistent uploads, my teeter-tottering, all that and above. I thank you guys for it. You guys are amazing as a people. Individually and collectively, you guys are awesome. You are awesome. And I want to also thank you for getting me to 304 subscribers. I don't know how it happened. I swear, one night it was at 298. It was at 298 for the longest of time. I would gain one, I would lose four. I would gain two, I would lose three. But we're at 304 now. And as I've said before, and I'll constantly say it, it's not just about the numbers for me here. Of course, I want this channel to grow. I want this channel to grow so much that it's out there in the forefront. It's in the foresight. It's in your mind that Life and Poetry is a household name. That is the goal. But as I always say, with writing, with building yourself up with anything, it's a marathon, not a sprint, right? It's a marathon. We're going to take our time. It ain't about when we get there. It's about what we do as we're getting to it's not about when we get there. It's about what we do in between time of getting there. If that makes sense to you guys. But we're growing, and I'm so grateful for it. I am so grateful for it. What else we gonna talk about today? Yeah. So also I want to thank you guys for tuning into the latest series I did, the How to Write a Book Complete Step-by-Step Guide series we did on the channel last week or about a week or two ago. It did amazing. It did better than I thought it was going to do when it came to the views and the reception of it. It did amazing. I was actually surprised because I know it was a lot of information, and it was out of the norm for me to do here when it comes to the poetry side of things. But as we're growing and as we're tapping into new lanes, I'm gonna make it a priority to keep you guys abreast of these things that are happening, because I'm quite certain I'm not the only one who's dealing with the changes when it comes to, the creative mind or whatever you want to do. We grow physically, we grow mentally, we grow spiritually, emotionally, so on and so forth. So why not let everything that we touch grow as well? I believe that if we stay stagnant for too long, it gets washed away. That gift gets washed away. And I made it my mission to continually challenge myself throughout the days, to make sure that here, when I'm bringing stuff out of my mind and trying to transfer it to paper, that it's elevating, and it isn't in this box that I've created for myself. And that box is bold. It's there. And to be transparent, I do find myself back in that box from time after time. I think I mentioned it in the video prior to the video that came up before this one here, about the different things I've been dealing with, competing with myself and the anxiety and all these other things there. When I'm in that box, all those things are there. The anxiety is in that box. The competition with the self-competition is there. The doubt's there. The fear is there. The argument is there. What that song says, we have so much in common, but we argue we have so much in common, but we argue all the time. You always say I'm wrong. I always think I'm right. That's me battling with myself, and it's a lot. It's a doozy, but it does keep me sharp though. I won't say that I pull too much negativity from that. It keeps me sharp and it keeps me on my toes and it keeps me wanting to push forward and to step outside of my comfort zones when it comes to those things there. Um, so again, I thank you for watching that series. I do not know what series is coming next on the channel here. But I know I'm gonna give myself a break from the series a little bit. I try to make sure that I span out enough time so I can, decompress from doing the series here for me on the channel, so on and so forth. Um, but there is some great content coming. I'm gonna keep giving you the date, the life updates, different things we're doing. We're gonna talk about things. We're gonna do a lot here. Um, Same premise as before: raw, uncut, unedited, virtually unedited, unfiltered. We slip up, we stutter. It's here. It's not coming out. It's raw. It's my life, and that was the purpose of me doing this. Even right now, as I'm stuffed, stuffed up right now a little bit. I don't know why. I believe I took my allergy medicine. If I didn't, that's probably what it is. But there's so much that comes into the being unapologetically authentic here on this channel here. And that's the foundation I built with you guys. You see the cosmetic things here and there, but there's never so much where it overshadows the content I'm trying to put out. I know some people prefer to have that polished, neat content. I'm not knocking it because they do an amazing job. They are amazing. They are skilled editors, skilled creators, skilled designers, skilled composers. um, I, I can do those things. That's the fun fact in the life and poetry production is the business side of things. That's what I do for people. But for me, for here under this umbrella here on the channel, um, just as I'm giving you my life and it's raw and as unorthodox and as over the place as it is all over the place, that's what you'll get here on the content. You're getting me in raw form because that's my life. It's raw. It's staggered, it's flawed, it's abrasive, it's loud, it's quiet. It's A through Z on the alphabet. It's A through Z, and that's what I want to give you guys here. So expect be an expectation of seeing that same type of content as moving forward. Um, and it's going to be like you guys even see the new intro and outro I've done. It's simple. You see the name come up, typewriter, whatever it is, and pop out right to the transition to the content. And I believe the most editing I do now for this channel here is the transition, figuring out what transition I want from the intro to the content to the outro. That's what I want to get. I can do more, but I want it to be raw. I want it to be unedited. Even the camera right now is tilted. I got a ring light right here. I'm on my iPhone today. This is what you're gonna get, right? I can get a camera record from the good Nikon or the Sony. I actually want a Sony camera. I'm not gonna lie to you. But right now, this is what you got. This is what you got. Raw and unapologetic. Just like the merch says, raw and unapologetic. Raw, right? And as the merch says, unapologetic. Check that out too. Description and link down below. Check me out on Teespring, the Life Poetry Shop. Link is in the description down below. Check that out. But yeah, so that's that. Just be aware that we're gonna have some new content coming to the channel here soon. Maybe not this week. Next week, probably drop some more videos. I don't know what just yet. There's so much going on. There's so much going on behind the scenes with me, with the business, and even mentally and personally. There's so much happening. I am in the praying phase right now. I am thinking I want to do something special for indie writers or those musicians, artists, dancers, whatever it is. I want to put on a showcase so we can display people's talent. That's like a talent show, whatever. But I wanted to do a showcase. I don't want a talent show. It's gonna be a showcase. I want you to showcase your work, your art, whatever it is you want to do. And I'm in the praying phase of that. There, I'm not in the planning phase. I'm still in the praying phase. So I know that I'm still in alignment with God as we do here. We make sure that we are intact with what God is telling us to do, first and foremost, as we move forward through this within this journey here. Well, that's that right there, man. I think the biggest thing right now working on is the showcase in that praying phase, alongside book number 3. The goal is to get the 3rd book out. I believe the book is called Ink Spill or Spilled Ink. It's either ink spilled or spilled ink. The title is written in my notes there. But hopefully that book is completed and out there live and public for you guys no later than my birthday, July of this year. I'm giving myself grace when it comes to these deadlines. So July, hopefully so. I'm also working on getting my books into a bookstore, like Barnes and Noble, so on and so forth. So I'm working on that too. It's just so much. There's so much happening. The podcast every Saturday at 11 a.m. Um, we just dropped an episode last week, which is about finding your people that's supporting you in your corner, motivating, so on and so forth. Check that out, the Life and Poetry podcast. Links down below as well. We got. I'm working on an episode for this weekend here. I'm recording this video on a Monday, so maybe tomorrow, Tuesday, I'm gonna do that. The next episode, have that edited, ready to go there. It's a lot happening. It's a lot going on, right? But personally, I've been trying to challenge myself in new ways, keeping my mind sharp, keeping my myself going, keeping the motors running, so on and so forth. I even got my contacts back. I got my contacts back, right? So contacts in it's a whole new world, right? Um, but yeah, I'm trying myself with new things. You guys know, I think I've talked about this before. You've seen it, some of the videos. My keyboard, I switched. I still play. My keyboard is still here, but I've challenged myself to learn a new instrument along the way. You guys see on my shoulder here. I know it's blurred out a little bit, but over here, it's a bass guitar, a 4-string bass. I was gifted that there by an amazing mentor in my life, an amazing man of God who saw fit to bless me with that there. As I was telling him about how I wanted to learn a new instrument and that I wanted to learn to play the bass, and he gifted me with that there. So I've been learning that. I've been learning to play bass. It's an amazing journey. It's fun. It takes skill. It takes skill. The first instrument I picked up was a guitar. And you would think that going from that to that is a smooth transition. I had that guitar when I was like 9 or 10 years old. I hadn't played one since then. So to relearn the application of even how to hold the instrument, so on and so forth, it's been fun. It's been a journey. But I've learned a few songs. I'm getting myself familiar with the technicalities of playing the bass. But it's a journey that it's amazing. I may share stuff with you one day here. It may jam a little bit here on a YouTube video or something. But yeah, I find it right now exciting to be able to challenge myself with new things. Because again, it keeps my mind going. It keeps going. Like I'm writing book number 3. I'm composing it. I'm writing new stuff. I'm pulling old stuff. I think I mentioned it before. Book number 3 is composed of work I've done years ago that's never been seen by the light of day. Some old stuff that's there, and some new stuff that I'm writing now. And the new stuff is so different. It's so different. It's not as winded. It's not as winded. It's not as elongated or dragged out. It's hit TKO. We get in, we get out. And it's more just and it grabs hold of you, and I like it. I like the evolution of what I'm doing, because like I said, we're always growing. We're growing. We're growing. We're growing. We're growing, and we're just taking this thing to new heights. And I'm excited to see where we go, how we get there, and what we pick up and put down along the way. Right? I think I did a video before about what we pick up and put down. I think that was in my Slow Up to 30 series. It was so much we've done on this channel so far, so much. But we pick up so much stuff, but we put stuff down too, and that there, boy, when you realize what you're picking up and what you're letting go of along the way, and you go back and ask yourself, man, why was I holding on to that thing for so long? Like, was it feeding me? Was it fueling my fire, or was it really just getting in my way? A lot of times it was getting in my way. But yeah, so Life with Your Family. So next week, I will be back here with some new content on the YouTube channel. Always be sure to follow me on my social media sites, on the Instagram, the Facebook, Twitter. Every link that you need to follow me on is down below in the description. You want to grab some Life and Poetry merch, which you're working diligently on getting some new stuff and some new collections out. Within the next 1 or 2 months, it should be a new collection is out with the Life and Poetry merch. Right now, we have the official Life and Poetry, the first Life and Poetry T-shirt out with the with a graphic design with the Life and Poetry spray paint and graffiti type graphic design on there. We have the unapologetic T-shirt collection out. We're going to work on some stuff that comes out after that. Within, like I said, the next weeks or months, days, weeks or months or so, it's going to come out. Just be on the lookout for it, guys. And again, thank you guys so much for rocking with your boy. And allow me to rock with y'all. Like I know I say that and it sounds so generic and so scripted, but it's so true. I really thank y'all for wanting to hear what I have to say. Um, when it comes to just me talking about life or talking about me or even sharing my story with you guys about what I'm dealing with my HIV diagnosis. You guys remember when I first started talking about this, I always call it the diagnosis or the disease. With the HIV diagnosis, I thank you guys for allowing me to get that out for you, and share it with you guys. If you to embrace it and to not judge me or to mock me or to make fun of or whatever else that comes with that there, I thank you. I'm truly humbled by it, and I thank you for it. And it's always just as we just say, guys, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. Remember, it's all love here with your boy at the channel. Um, it's all love. We family. We at 304, right? Let's get to 305, right? That's the goal. Let's get to 305. Let's get to 305. We're gonna keep growing from there. Don't forget, guys, this Saturday at 11 a.m., the Life and Poetry podcast, a new episode is coming out. I don't know what it is right now. It's in my notes. Everything's in my notes. I should have notes on top of my head by now, but yeah, it's there. It's there. It's there. We're gonna drop it every Saturday at 11 a.m. If something ever happens, I will always keep you guys updated. If one comes out, if one does or does not come out, you guys will always be updated and be aware of what's happening here with this brand, with this content, with this channel, with Life and Poetry as a whole. Because we family, we let each other know, right? But I'm gonna close it here. This is why I typically say I'm gonna go get me some lunch, but actually I'm gonna go practice. I'm gonna get some practicing with the bass, and then I'm gonna get me some lunch. I'm gonna fuel the beast after I'm finished practicing. Um, guys, as always, yo, I love y'all so much. As always, stay safe, be blessed. Until next time, we out. Peace.